Hey guys, and welcome back to the wonderful world of The Sims 4. My name is Abby, and today we're doing a perfectly pink apartment. I was going to say studio apartment, but it's not a studio. It's got separate rooms, so yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a little bit of a tight space. I mean, it's kind of small in here, but it's a nice, not really a starter apartment, but it's nice for a single sim to live in. So it does have 1.5 bathrooms, so there is a full bathroom like beside the front door, like out toward the living area, and then there's a half bathroom on the it's like right off the bath or right off the bedroom, so it's like the ensuite, but it's just a half bath. So there's no shower in there; it's just a sink and a toilet, which is okay. I mean, as long as you've got a shower in there somewhere, it doesn't really matter. I just thought that would be a little bit nice to have because there was enough space to do that. We didn't need a gigantic bedroom back there. You will see me put in a fairly large dining table, like a family dining table, and I end up taking that out because I would rather have an office space there instead of having a big dining table that a single sim probably would not use. So we do put in a smaller dining table in the kitchen area here in just a little while. But yeah, this is a almost entirely pink apartment without it being like everything pink, if that makes sense. I mean, you can do everything pink and it looked good, I suppose, but I mean, I do include like some grays and some gold tones and just some whites, like different colors, just to make it where it's not tacky. I mean, it is a very, very pink apartment. Obviously, it'd be for a pretty feminine person. I don't think that I would even live there. I mean, it's just not. I mean, pink is nice, but I wouldn't want it in every room of my living space. I would like a little bit of a break from colors, from pink colors, I suppose. I like blues more. I think I could live in a blue apartment more than I could a pink apartment. Maybe, I mean, I feel like a yellow apartment would probably give me a headache, so I don't know. Blues and yellows, though, would probably look pretty good, you know. Not too horrid, I don't think. I'm thinking there's actually a color, like a paint swatch that came with the toddler update that has like a gradient from yellow to blue, and that would be really nice to use in an apartment. I think I'm going to do some more apartment builds this week because I like doing apartment builds. You know, I don't have to really focus too much on what the exterior of the build's going to be like, and I do have some really complicated builds this week going to be coming out too. Some Disney builds that I'm very excited about. Yeah, I'm very excited about these. These are some ideas that I've had for a while now, and I just haven't had the time to explore them because they're going to take a lot of time. The Disney build that I'm thinking of doing is going to require me to do a lot of rock work, like I did with the Crimson Manor build I did a while back. Oh God, that took forever. That took me, I don't even want to say, probably like 2 or 3 hours just doing the rocks around that place. And I could have sized them up, I guess, a little bit more to make it not take so long. But I don't know. Once you start sizing them up to like a certain point, they start to look like the detail on them starts to look kind of blurry, I guess. And that's really because they're not meant to be that big. They're meant to be smaller. So the details get more and more blurry, and you can't really tell like the little creases in the rocks and stuff. They start to look less realistic. I mean, you know, they obviously look kind of cartoonish anyway because this is The Sims, but they look less like they're supposed to if you size them up more and more. So we'll see how that goes whenever that happens. So this is a pretty nice little break that I took from house building here. I like doing apartments. Apartments are nice. I really wanted to get some more like plants and greenery in here, so I did hang up that wall item there, which I think is actually supposed to go outside, but that's okay. You know, not a big deal. We can pretend it's fake. It doesn't have to be a real plant. I mean, you don't water them anyway in The Sims 4, so what's it really matter? There's no coffee table here in the living room just because it was just so cramped. I usually like to have a coffee table or some kind of a table off to the side, but it looked weird when I tried to add one of the mirrored tables from, what was that from? Vintage Glamour. I'm getting the Vintage Glamour and the Vampire Stuff Pack confused. So forgive me if it came with Vampire, but I don't think it did. I think it came with Vintage Glamour because that pack came with a lot of mint colors and pinkish colors, and I think that object comes with a mint swatch as well, so I'm pretty sure it's the Vintage Glamour pack. So you'll see me try to add that here in a few minutes, and it just was not working. And I tried to add a little bit of clutter around the place because I like to make it feel lived in. I don't like to make it feel like the apartments or the houses that I build are like, you know, what would they be called? Like fake. I don't know. How do you say that? I mean, there's people that come in, like when you go to buy a house or to go to buy an apartment or rent an apartment or something. There are people who come in and they like stage the house to make it look like it's been being lived in, and it just doesn't look real, if you know what I mean. I think is that just called being staged? I didn't want it to look staged, put it that way. I guess maybe that's how I should say it. So I did want it to actually look like, you know, somebody had lived in this house. So there's clutter around. I did put tissue boxes around, and some like perfume bottles were there on the shelves. Back in the hallway. I about said back yonder. I'm really careful not to sound extremely country whenever I'm doing videos like this, whenever I'm doing recordings, because I don't know, I feel like people automatically assume that if you talk a certain way, you're ignorant, and I mean, I'm not. I have an associate's degree. I mean, that really doesn't say that much. I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm in college though, so I mean, I'm not stupid. It's really easy when you're talking, especially talking to yourself like I am right now. It's really easy to like let your accent flow freely, and that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm really watching and paying attention to what I'm saying. Like I just said saying, I usually wouldn't do that. I would usually just say saying, like, and talk very I wouldn't pronounce my ings or anything, and I would say things like over yonder, which is what I almost said about where those shelves were in the hallway, over yonder in the hallway. That was the phrase that was about to come out of my mouth. So I try not to do that here, but in real life, I do it all the time. And I don't really think much of it because that's how my dad talks. My mom's a little bit more proper, but my dad's not. He says things like hurricane, and it's not, once again, it's not that either one of us are ignorant. It's just, you know, we grow up hearing that kind of stuff all the time. So it's just phrases that just come out of our mouth really easily. And I mean, we know what we're talking about, so it doesn't really matter. And here I am using that Spa Day refrigerator, which I love. I love that refrigerator so much. It's my favorite refrigerator in the game. Love it. It's absolutely amazing. That clear door, you can see everything inside of it. It's just very, very classy to me. And it may not be to you, but I like it. I like it a lot. It seems like I was watching Kimmy, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and in the first season, I'm trying to think. I can't remember any of the characters' names but hers. The blonde-headed woman that she works for has a refrigerator that looks like that in their house. But she doesn't live there for very long. Something happens. I don't even remember. It's not that I'm not trying to spoil it for you guys. There's something that happens and she ends up moving out. Or they move out. I don't remember. So she has a refrigerator like that with the clear door, and it's got like water in it. And she goes to get a water bottle out for Kimmy at one point in time, and then Kimmy's like, oh, I don't want it, and she just throws it away. She doesn't even put it back in the refrigerator. She just throws it in the garbage. Nobody's even opened it or drank out of it. Just throws it away. It's like it's nothing. It makes me cringe a little bit. I'm not a waster. I don't like to waste things. And, you know, that can be a problem when you're trying to lose a little weight. Like, you know, you buy some food, and you're not supposed to continue eating when you're full, but I mean, I just feel like you spend $12 on a plate of food, it just feels bad to not eat it all. I mean, there's kids out there in Africa, I suppose, that are like starving, and even here in America that are starving, and I don't know. I mean, it feels bad whenever you like waste things. I guess I'm not a waster, so that episode really made me like cringe on the inside. But you know, I'm trying to let that go. We'll just let it be and be like, look, you don't need to continue eating when you're full. You don't need to. You don't need to make yourself sick. There's no need in doing that. You need to satiate yourself, and then you're good. And you know, that's just, I mean, a lot of people struggle with that. That's not just me. That's a lot of people that do that. And I've spent like, you know, 3 minutes of this video talking about the apartment, and the rest of the time talking about trying to lose weight and also about how I talk. So you know, well, let's just go ahead and admit it. I cannot stay on topic for anything. Like, you couldn't pay me to stay on topic when I'm talking about stuff. You couldn't at all. The bedroom here, as you can see, is just a little bit cramped. It's got the bed pushed up to the wall there, which actually is still usable. A lot of people don't know that. If you push the double bed up against the wall, the Sims will just scoot across it. They won't, like, they can actually use both sides of it, so you don't actually have to have the bed away from the wall to be able to do that. So yeah, it's usable. It's nice. I didn't player test any of this, but there didn't seem to be anything really that I needed to player test for. So if there is anything that like just happens to be in the way of something else, feel free to move that around and to let me know in either the comment section here or in the comment section of the like lot on the gallery. So the way you actually save apartments is a little bit different than saving regular lots. You actually have to like make the whole apartment one room, and by the way you do that is by taking the walls and just like busting out one of the walls and then dragging it with arrows to close the room back up. So like, for example, this little bathroom here, you would just bust out one of the walls and then drag it so that the walls all connect. So you have to do that for all the separate rooms and make it one big room, and then you just save the lot as a room onto the gallery. And just, you know, I usually type in, you know, what lot I built this lot on, because all of the apartments are different. So yeah. So, you know, you can download it back onto the same lot. I think this is actually the place where Penny Pizzazz lives. Don't really remember the street address for it, but, you know, it's okay. I want to thank you guys again for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys soon.